is the CodeO-cast.
No,
Yep.
it is not.
Welcome to CodeO-cast Live.
Do the proper intro.
Why do I gotta do
You're
it?
gonna do it right, then do it right.
Why do I gotta do it? You know I'm not gonna do it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode.
I am muted. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast. My name is Omar, and I am here with.
Codes.
It's so weird being.
He is the O.
It's so weird being just us two. It's been a hot minute, hasn't
Yeah.
it? It's been a hot minute.
This is the first time we've done just us two in the actual studio.
We have actually. Yes.
Every time we've done like a duo of us, it's always been in one of the rooms upstairs.
It
But
has.
this is the studio, which means it has to be better quality.
I mean,
It's not going to be better
will
quality.
it be? Last
It's
time we
not.
had a.
It's definitely
we had a
not.
double episode was the.
Oh, we have had a double. Oh wait, no, that was a very
It was
terrible.
It was
episode.
it was a mini episode. A mini episode.
That didn't even count as an episode of the studio.
Emotions poured out. I guess if we're actually able to go
Fucking
back
gay.
to the last time we were by ourselves.
It was wait, go back up.
Go back up
Left,
to the left.
down,
Down.
that one.
That one's just us.
Yeah, that one was just us.
Oh, so since episode 35, we haven't been on a show by ourselves.
Look
at that.
Link. Yeah, it's a porn link.
No, we don't say that. We just say it's a bot, which it is. It is a bot, but we do not pay attention to the bots. The less you acknowledge them, the less they occur.
It's
Cody.
amazing.
Anyway, sir, how was your Christmas? Christmas was last week.
Christmas was great, man.
What would you do for Christmas?
Christmas. I spent.
Well, I guess
time
you.
with fam.
Okay, well, I guess in the Christmas month, because Christmas happens throughout the time. I think these days it's common to have like a work.
Oh, dude, fucking December was stressful as hell.
It's like common to have like a work. I feel like Christmas is nice, but then it's also stressful because it's like you have a work Christmas, you have a friend's Christmas, you have a family Christmas, and
We didn't even do. Wait, yeah, we did do a friend.
yeah, like because I think like the work Christmas is like nice, but yet sometimes they do wide elephant or stuff like that, so you may not get the person that you want. And then friends Christmas is the best one because you're actually with people you want to surround yourself with, and it's like your picked family. And then there's family Christmas.
or you're forced to be there no
And
matter
it's just-
how bad it gets.
Because in the words of Dominic Toretto, family.
And
And so it could go both ways. For some people, it's like I know of a guy who said that his brother proposed to his now fiance. So cool things can happen like that. Other times you have your drunk uncle just breaking stuff. Did not
we
happen
had
to
the
me.
drunk uncle doing stupid shit, and it wasn't even my uncle. It was, my Theo's brother. So it's the boys' uncle on their dad's side.
I see. So,
Yeah, he is the drunk uncle doing stupid shit. It was not. I don't want to say it was great because it was kind of funny, but it really wasn't.
all I know is that this year there was no work Christmas for me. I usually don't even go even if they have it. But this time I usually do a friend's Christmas and a family Christmas, obviously. Because I have this kind of thing where it's like if you don't visit so much your family, the time that you do go to visit, they invest it into you and them having a good time. Now, if you go so often, you start like, not that you're living there anymore, but like you visit a certain amount of times to the point where like you are now in with the drama, like, or you're now in with the issues. You're there so long, you get to hear about literally everything else. And so in my attempts to get away from those situations or those conversations, I visit so little that I don't even remember.
Dude,
Like my visit season is December and November. That's it. Maybe a few
Dude.
times throughout the year.
Dude, I don't really visit, yet I'm still always caught up in the freaking drama because my tia cannot like stop talking about it.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, this one's doing this, or this one's doing this, or this person's doing this.
Well, I mean, every family member has the gossip.
Dude,
Everyone has the gossip.
she lives like through her son. Like whatever her son is doing, like she really gets involved into. Or not even sometimes like her son, sometimes her like sometimes Darren's friends, she tells us what's going on with them. I'm like, dude, we don't want to know about which friend is dating which chick, and all. We don't want to know that.
And
We're just here to eat.
Is it like they are saying it to your cousin, so by default, it's being said across the house, or
No,
it's
she
being
asked
told
their
to you?
parents about it.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's like we don't want to know what. We have nothing to do with those people. Those are Darian's friends. I don't give a shit.
Your cousin's friends.
Yeah, those are his friends. I don't give a shit. I could care less. I'm just here to eat, play games, and kick all of your asses in games, which I did.
What games did you win this year?
It was a trivia game.
Oh, I know which one you mean.
No,
Was it the music trivia game?
no,
Okay.
it was a different trivia game where it's like different categories
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So there's like places, traits, not safe for work, different categories.
And I'm assuming y'all
I
skipped one.
carried in the not safe for work.
Oh,
I
okay.
carried in that one like crazy.
Well, it's because I feel like the non-safe for work category is what you kind of pull out during the friends' Christmas.
Oh, no, they didn't care at
No,
all.
I'm sure they didn't care. But, it's socially acceptable to where it's like, oh, I'm in with family. My NSFW stuff should stay under wraps as much as possible.
And then you roll a die.
Yeah.
And if it's like one syllable, you can only like use one syllable words to give clues to what
Okay.
that thing is.
Yeah.
If it's like, there's a don't speak one where it's just charades, and there's a freestyle where you can do anything but moving. You can say any word you want, except you can't make any gestures or say any words that are on the card.
Yeah.
So, it was really funny because every time like somebody got like, one syllable as a thing, we'd always be like, oh come on, like we'd hate that one.
Yeah, because
Freestyle was so easy because you could say, oh yeah, you're really really close. You're really really like you could
Yeah.
say whatever the hell you want as long as you don't move.
Mm-hmm.
And then charades was just hilarious because you'd see people. There was one where, it was not safe for work, but I'm not gonna say what it was. But to do it, my Theo gets up, gets at the table, and just starts like doing it like crazy and makes the weirdest faces. I'm like, how is that gonna help them? And they couldn't get it, so he shows them the card, and they're like, "How are you?" You could have literally just acted out any of the words on the thing. Games are just hilarious with us. And then when it comes to Blockbuster, which is another trivia game, but it's a movie trivia game, we came up with a weird system
Okay.
where, if you play it long enough, each one of us adopts like something else that the other team's done before because it's easier.
Okay.
So like, let's say we get the 40-year-old virgin,
Oh,
right?
okay.
You just put like in charades, you just go 4, like 40, and then you just go. As in no.
No action.
No action.
Down in the private area. No action down there.
That's what you do.
Ah, I
It's
see.
so funny. What was another one?
So
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird for me at least. At least a couple of my friends, it's including you. I've seen your families being so not united, but so willing to deal with each other around the holidays is such a rarity to me. Because for me, it's more common to either have the smallest Christmas possible, which will be like 3 people, or it's you only get with the same people all the time. Because any other family is either deranged or so far into bad terms with your other immediate family that it's just no way that they're gonna have a good time, no matter the holiday. So when I hear these crazy things, I'm like, I don't know if this is just normal or this is just your family. But this sounds like it's just your family kind of thing.
Yeah. The thing is,
Because with me, anything related to like a big family gathering, it's just rare to me. Like it's just a rarity. So for me, it's like family is like your first 3 people that you know, and that's it.
like with my family, we don't mind hanging out with each other. Like we're
Yeah.
not like a toxic. It's just that the only problems are my Theo and his brother.
Okay.
When they get drunk, all hell breaks loose.
Uh-huh.
And my tia knows this, and
Yeah.
that's why she never invites us over whenever like my Theo's brother is gonna be there, because they always get drunk. They always start like yelling at each other over the freaking table and arguing. They get way too into like, or way too competitive when it comes to games and stuff. it's just like, yeah, it's just awful whenever those two are there. That's why whenever we would have game night, we would do it whenever my tío wasn't there, or because my tío can at least kind of behave.
Yeah.
But his brother's just insane. And then like, I don't like hanging out with when his brother is there or his brother's son. So my cousin's cousin on their dad's side.
their side. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's there.
Is he like?
To put it into perspective, years ago when I was with the toxic ex,
Yeah.
and I took her to the youngest one's birthday party, because she was down to go. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
This dude, their cousin on their dad's side,
Yeah.
literally tells me to my face, "Hey, yo, is that your girl over there? What'd you do if, I just started, like, making out with her and she was enjoying it?" I'm like, you don't just tell that to somebody. I was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, one, she's not going to get with your ugly ass. Trust me. You're fucking, like, no. I'll show you him later.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking way you're ever going to get a piece of that shit, no matter how toxic she is. Cause even she got fucking standards. Not only that, but I was like, control yourself because this is your cousin's birthday party. This is the little one's birthday party. You got to control yourself. Just deal with it. So I kind of laughed it off, and I was like, dude, there's no way that you'd like do that, honestly. And I kept, like, I was just trying to laugh it off as a joke, but I was like, you don't just fucking say that.
Internally,
he kept going with it too.
It's like, well, it's because, like, first of all, there's the audacity of just saying something like that, and then much less to a family member.
Not only that, he kept going with it too.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't shut up about it. I'm like, dude, I'm legit telling you, she would not do that because she's the type of person that once you're in a relationship, you're just loyal to that person. Yeah. Later we find out that wasn't the case, but
well, at least you were under the impression of that by that point. How long were you with her by this point?
At that point, it was a year.
A year, okay. So you were at least infatuated with the idea that it's like, oh, she's been with me this long. There's no way she would like commit to something else.
She never cheated on me though. Okay. I will say that.
It was
she was the toxic one.
Oh, did she take like some steps towards it, but never actually act upon it?
Towards cheating? No,
not cheating. I guess how to put this. Like, if there was any problem within a relationship, it was because she brought it up or she concocted a problem when there was none to begin. Yeah, that's what I mean. She created the problem when there was nothing to begin with.
Exactly.
Yeah. So at least by then you were still kind of under the idea where it's like things are going, but great. So I am confident in saying that she wouldn't say.
I was like confident that she's at least loyal.
Okay.
But she was.
Okay. Yeah.
For the most part, she was loyal and shit. So I was just explaining to this dude, like, there's no way you can do that, but still. And I, like, joke. I say jokingly because, like, that's how I made it seem to be. Yeah. But I legit looked at him and I told him, dude, if you did that, I'd kick your fucking ass. Like, I legit said those exact words. I would kick your fucking ass. You're 6 feet tall, but I don't give a shit because I could still drop kick you. Like,
I mean...
although it would be
6 foot is impressive down here, at least.
It is impressive, yeah. But then I'd feel bad after kicking his ass because he's not like he's on the spectrum.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I mean,
that's what gives it. That's why I gave it kind of an. I was like, he's like, but still, some of the shit he says is like you can't excuse that.
Okay.
Being, like some of the shit he says is just like no.
Okay.
Like not even you being special can excuse that.
So, you can kind of see where it came from.
Yeah.
Like this man, so from what I understand, this kind of man just blurts things and maybe doesn't think of what he's saying.
He tries to make
tries to get a reaction out of you.
That's what he does.
Okay.
Like to try to, or he says things that he knows are going to piss me off because, I mean, as we've talked about in the previous episode, I'm not really doing that good financially. Mm-hmm. This dude is like, so the dude lives with his dad, right?
Yeah.
He lives with his parents. He doesn't have to pay shit.
Must be
and
nice.
he has a
obviously if he's just that kind of guy, maybe mentally he maybe just needs that parental guidance at all times, which kind of makes sense. But if he's conscious enough to have interactions with people, you think he wouldn't throw jabs at you?
Like unless he told you that he was on the spectrum, you wouldn't think he was on the spectrum.
I see.
So he's like, that's why I say you can't really use that as an excuse because he's still more cognitive.
So he's a highly functioning one.
Yes.
Okay.
He's like right on the borderline of like normal and
I see
on the spectrum.
I see.
He's like right there, like right into the area.
Yeah, I guess not to excuse it. I've known several guys. I know I used to, I used to know a guy where it's like, it was one of those guys you would never tell, but yet, you always had that slight doubt with certain mannerisms. So I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I don't think it excuses the fact that he's poking at you to try to get a reaction out of that. That's what I don't like.
And going back to the story I was saying, so we already did cemented that I have financial trouble sometimes. So this dude has a job as a security guard at the McAllen Convention Center.
Must be nice.
He has a job there, but he doesn't drive because,
But yeah.
he legally can't drive.
Yeah.
So, he has a lot of money saved up because, of course, he doesn't pay bills. What does this dude do at the Christmas thing that we're at? He pulls out his money. He's like, "Hey, yo, count this for me." I'm like, "Really? You're gonna try to money flex, really?"
Yeah.
And I told him straight up, because I counted the money, and it was a good stack of money. Don't get me wrong. It was a good few $100 there, here and there in his wallet. He would look fucking rich.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that it's not a lot if you put it into his actual account.
Mm-hmm.
But he just carried it to flex. And I told him straight up, dude, with just the teaching job alone, not even counting this new job as a waiter, I make more than him. It's just that I pay bills.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, when you got nothing to pay, where's that one money gonna go?
It's just $495 a month.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's just
so if I didn't have that, if I still lived with my mom, I told him I guarantee I would have twice as much, if not 3 times more than you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a kid at home. What more can you do? It's just a kid at home.
Yeah, he's 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, just a kid at home.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you're a grown adult and stuff like that, when you start adulting is when you get that maturity. Because I was considered, I guess, mature in the eyes of my parents just because I listened. Because you can be seen as mature by other adults if you compare them to your kids, where it's like, yeah, this kid listens, this kid does this chores, and he does what I tell him to do. Mm-hmm. That is considered mature because you're not misbehaving. But it's like once you cross the adulthood mark, and then maturing looks like you need to get out of the house, you go pay your own stuff, or you at least need to be working to stay here, stuff like that. Because there's a different definition of being mature when you cross a certain age. And by that point, even if this man is not mentally all there, he ain't adulting. He's just a kid. He's just a kid. So I could see where he thinks that he's all well compared to you. But,
Yeah, honestly, the way he is you don't... Or, it's to the point where I know how there mentally he is. So I'm literally at the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna be this dude. I'm gonna treat him like I would treat any normal person.
And sometimes that's just the best thing to do with caution, because you never know. I mean, because
there's some that if you treat them harsh or whatever, they start bawling or they make a scene and stuff.
Yeah.
With him, he doesn't do that. He tries to one up you or retaliate against you. So if you legit piss him off, he will try to get violent.
Yeah.
Which I don't care at all, because trust me, he's a giant. Don't get me wrong. He's a freaking giant, but there's no way he would win in a fight. Even the oldest cousin could kick his ass, honestly.
Seems like you had a fun Christmas time.
Yeah. No, and we had these games, but he would always look at me to try to beat me.
Yeah.
And that's because we never even started yet.
Yeah.
But he just immediately we have this little wheel on the phone with everybody's name. We spin it, and whoever it lands on goes up against the next person it lands on in this game. So there's one where it's a candy cane game. You have a bunch of candy canes on the table, have your hands behind your back, and you have a candy cane in your mouth. You use that candy cane to pick up the other candy canes and put them in a cup.
Yeah.
And whoever has the most candy canes wins.
So you're bobbing for candy canes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
You're using the hook of the candy cane to pick up the other candy canes.
Yeah.
And whoever has the most wins. In that game, before we even started, this dude grabs his candy cane, puts it in his mouth. He's like, "Hey, yo, all right, me and you. I challenge you." I'm like, "All right." And I told him straight up, "I'm not going to go easy on you, so don't be complaining when you lose." And he's like, "All right, bring it." Immediately, as soon as we go in, boom, we knock heads. and I push him out of the way, and I get as many candy canes in my freaking cup. Because that's just how we were. We were
Yeah.
Because I do the same thing with the oldest one.
Your other cousins and all that.
Yeah. It's so funny. And then he's like, dude, your head is so freaking hard. I'm like, you're up against a semi-pro football player. It has to be freaking hard.
No, I was going to say I think it's just bone.
That too.
You're pretty bony.
Yeah, that too. But it's because I would go in full force.
Yeah.
So the first round, I beat him, terribly beat him.
Yeah.
And then he challenges me again so he can try to beat me. And he did because my candy cane fell off of that one I had in my mouth.
Hook. Yeah.
So it went sudden death, and that's how he beat me. So we had a tiebreaker. It was a slaughter.
So in a sense, he thought he was getting a second wind until he got utterly destroyed.
I utterly destroyed him, and then, but before that, before the second round, the oldest one of the brothers challenges me twice.
Yeah.
And one time he won. The second time I won.
Yeah.
And then the third time was after the third time I beat the 6 foot dude. So after I beat him for the third round, I go up against the oldest one. And immediately it's just a lock, it's just locked. None of us are moving. We're just trying to push back and forth. The table just shifts everywhere. It's terrible.
That's beautiful.
It was great. It went up to sudden death, and that's how I won.
We got number 1 fan in the comments back again, trying to tease Cody like always. She's saying, Cody's head is hard. Stupid. And what are we going?
Wednesday. Look at what Wednesday.
We're watching the stream, by the way. Also, you might be your neighbors. I know.
Nice.
Anyways, thank you for watching the stream.
We're not going to dox our friends.
We're not going to dox our friends.
No.
But anyway.
But we're excited for that when that happens.
Must have been nice having an eventful Christmas. I guess. Well, because, we experienced, we had friends Christmas together. So I guess you no surprises there. Well, surprises happened at the first Christmas. But what's it called? When I went home, I usually take a lot of stuff home to keep me entertained while I wait for my mom, because it never fails. I get there, she's either out getting stuff for the event that's going to happen later in the evening, or she's like, hi, welcome home. Hey, I need to go do something. I'll be back. So I'm there with my brother, and every time I usually take my camera, I take my trumpet. I usually take things to entertain myself with.
The Yu-Gi-Oh binder.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, dang it, no.
Sorry.
I could build this deck.
But I had all the cards. And so, so this past time around, I only had my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And after, you can only be entertained with so many practice rounds. Because after that, you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I committed the mistake of not taking my trumpet only because my mom teases me every single time. It's like, why are you bringing so much stuff? You're only here for a day and a half, not even a full day and a half. And I'm just like, I get bored while you're out. So this time I only brought 2 bags. I regretted it the whole time I was there. Because even then, the actual Christmassy part about it, we went to the house of my cousin's mother-in-law. I think I said that right. The house of my cousin's mother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah. So, nice house, by the way. It's small. Rich? No, but
dang.
It's like an apartment, but it's in the inside is really nice. And so, like always at most Christmas parties that include family, there's more kids than adults. Yeah. And all of these kids, the oldest there was 14, and the youngest there was a baby about half a year old. So the majority of these kids are between the ages around 8 and 4, so they're just running around causing a ruckus all over the place. And it's just funny because at one point all these kids are running around. They just opened up their gifts. We're all opening up gifts, and they're just having fun and playing with their new toys. And they used to be in front of the baby. The baby was in a little contraption just hanging around being quiet, but now that they leave, he starts crying and no one can get him to stop. Turns out the baby wanted to be placed on the ground to, in his eyes, be playing with the other kids that are much older than him. Now, in his mind, he's playing with the kids. Reality is they're running around all around him, just doing their own thing, and he's just there with his brand new shake toy, just hitting the ground and smiling because he thinks he's part of the party.
That's amazing. He's like, hey man, I'm just happy to be here.
No, it's just like you know when you have those cousins from a side of a family that you're cool with, those 2 or 3 cousins, and then they bring, and then the aunts or someone is like, hey, You have to let this little cousin play with you guys. If not, we're gonna get after you, and you're just like, ugh. So while you guys are trying to have fun and do like things that are around your age level, they bring in this little like 6-year-old that's like bringing out Cocomelon with on his tablet. Is like, can I play? Because I had to live through that when I was growing up. I had like most of my cousins that I would hang out with around my age, maybe 2 years older, 2 years younger, but they were cool enough to hang out with us. Bring in the kid that's 5 years younger, nowhere near our age range, and just be like, make him play with you.
That was me and the older one when the younger one was born. We're like, God.
Why? So how about it go?
And they're like, make sure he plays with you. We're like, because
Just give him the controller that's unplugged.
Everything. Yeah. He would always ruin everything. We couldn't like have a good. Because the thing is, me and the older one always play fair.
Yeah.
Because like even when he was a kid, he was like, okay, if I get shot, I die. If you get shot, you die, and I win.
Oh, so like
we'll
pretend.
Play fair. Yeah.
Okay, pretend.
Or no, with Nerf guns.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford Nerf guns. Sorry.
Now Santa gave them to us.
Yeah, well, I mean, Santa was on a budget when I was growing up, so I never had a Nerf gun.
Like, and it wasn't like sometimes it wouldn't even be like actual Nerf guns. It'll be like the cheap Nerf guns, but it was still something.
Yeah,
it was still good.
Yeah.
So, what we would do is we'd always have like little Nerf wars, and if I shoot him like here, that's a hard shot, so he's dead.
Yeah.
But if I shoot him in the shoulder, then he's injured, but it takes like some life away.
Was the little one those kind of kids where it's like gets like 2 shots to the chest, but he's still running, or he's just like no, I have extra lives.
No. It would be like, okay, you're dead. He's like, I don't want to die.
I'm
a
zombie.
No, he's immortal. Right? He's like, I can't die. That's a new rule. I can't die. I'm like, all right. And then before the younger one was born too, me and the older one would always spend the night at our grandparents' place. We would play pool together. We'd play like PlayStation on the 3D TV because my grandparents could afford a 3D TV apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
And we'd have it like set to 3D mode, put the glasses on. It'd be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And then there was one time where we dressed in all black, pretending to be like little ninjas in the night.
Yeah.
So the oldest one, when he was like really young, he had a pool cue, and he used it as a bow staff.
Yeah.
And then, I forgot what I used, but I used something as like a sword. And then we would just like patrol the house looking for like any robbers or whatever, like just people breaking in. Like we would patrol the house, making sure it was safe and everything. I had a freaking McDonald's Spy Kids toy that would light up, so it looked like a laser.
Oh, clear.
I would legit like flip a switch, and then it would be the green lights. That's like a laser point thing.
Yeah.
It's like all clear.
All clear. Go,
but
go.
But I wouldn't say it. I would turn back and I'm like.
But
we
you're
moved
like,
out.
but the age difference between you and him is like what, 4 years?
7 years.
7 years.
Same difference between him and the younger one. 7 years.
I see.
All 3 of us are 7 years apart. It's funny. And then they're like 7 years later, now you get to have a kid. I'm like, no.
So in layman's terms, your younger cousin was the kind of kid where you would give him the unplugged controller.
We would want to, but he would figure it out that it's unplugged, so he would tell his mom, and his mom would get pissed off at us. Yeah. And we'd be like, like literally that was our reaction. Was like his older brother would just be there on the bed, like just against the pillows and everything, and I would just be banging my head against the wood. Here's the thing, I never drank before until one night where I was babysitting the youngest one.
Yeah.
He pushed me so far over the edge, I just took one of the Bud Lights in my grandpa's fridge, cocked it open, and then drank it. And then I was like, it tastes like shit, and I put it down the sink. I was like, this is terrible.
You don't drink piss water.
I was like, this is terrible.
It's an acquired taste, and even then, it's not that good. The only reason people like it is because it's culture.
Yeah.
Let me read this comment real quick. When I was a kid, I usually had fun with the kids same age as me and even younger than me. However, I was usually the babysitter most of the time, which I didn't mind. I had fun with the little ones. Had fun nonetheless.
Although I will say, I wish I spent more time with my cousins on my mom's side.
Yeah.
Because they're all around my age. And last I heard, one of them is starting like a magazine around like fashion and politics and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's really into politics. Or he, but I don't know if it's a they. I haven't asked about that.
So
And-
that was an interesting Thanksgiving dinner, is what you're saying?
Well-
Having to get up and make an announcement.
And
Well, this was during Thanksgiving that you said, right?
yeah, this is when I went out with my mom to go meet up with my. This was around the time that one of my tias on my mom's side passed away because of kidney failure.
I
This
remember.
is around that
Yes,
time.
yes. This was not Thanksgiving. This was between
It
the
was
holidays.
Yeah, it was in between the holidays. It
was
was
like
after
the first-
Thanksgiving, but before Christmas.
First, like 2 weeks of December, I think.
Yeah, and so we met up because
You know,
we
a
wanted to meet up
tragedy
with
in the family.
Yeah, and so that's when I saw them, and I was like, "This dude looks like he's from New York, even though he's from down here."
Oh, don't tell me
He's-
don't tell me he's an Austin
well, he's
boy
gay.
now. Well, I mean, yeah, but like,
But
is he being an Austin person? Does he look like an Austin person now? Like, if
not
you-
exactly. Like
Okay.
you could still tell he grew up around here,
okay.
but he has like a certain type of fashion.
If I were to
Ish.
bring an avocado latte to him, would he
Avocado
take it?
latte.
Have you seen that?
I have not seen. the
I've talked
avocado
about it before,
lattes.
where it's like they'll slice a avocado in half, take out the seed, and pour a latte within the hole where the seed used to be. That's a thing apparently they do in California. If I were to bring
I don't think
an
yeah.
avo latte to him, would he do it?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so he's not
He's
he's not Californian
He's not
bad.
Californian.
He's
bad.
not
He's
Californian born bad. Okay, all right.
And then there's like so we're a trio, and all of us have almost the same personality. It's so funny.
Nice.
So there's two boys, me and one of the gay ones, and the other one is a girl, and she also is gay. Like it's funny because in every family you have that one gay cousin, but in my family I'm the straight cousin.
Would you look at that?
It's so funny.
But I feel like a lot of your fan base would like you to swing the other way though.
Oh yeah,
On
definitely.
TikTok.
Oh dude, the
Like, there's
there's so many dudes on my comment section too. It's so like it's like thank you, but sorry, I don't swing that way.
You can't fault them. You give them thirst traps. So.
That is true.
You can't
mean,
fault
I-
them for
I mean,
trying.
as a content creator, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you know
that's-
exactly what
I know
doing.
exactly what I'm doing.
Like
because
know,
I know that's what pleases my fans.
I know it's because like I follow you, and like occasionally on my For You page, your things will pop up, and it's funny because I'll only ever get your cringe ones.
Yeah.
Like there's some serious, not serious, but you're just talking and making a verbal joke. But I'll usually get the ones where it's a stupid audio and you're doing TikTok level acting,
Yeah.
over hammy. Like this, it's
Yeah.
not even hammy, it's over hammy.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, because you know
TikTok.
Yeah, because it's TikTok. But those are the only ones that I
Like
get.
I know it's bad,
Yeah.
but I know what I'm doing. So
Yeah,
that's why I post it.
Exactamundo.
It's so good.
We
But
got
speaking of the For You page, what's funny
Yeah.
is that I was flipped through my For You after posting a video, and then my own video would pop up on my For You.
They know what they're
it's
doing.
like, well,
they know what you're doing.
it's so weird.
We-
Back to the thing. So my female cousin with her girlfriend and everything, what she does is she can like do patches and her own actual like screen prints on T-shirts. So she makes her own clothes, which is
Nice.
freaking cool. So we've all been talking about like what if she goes into like fashion or something, like
Okay.
not just what you would think fashion is, like
Yeah.
all the Barbie dresses and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking like more
It's
metalish,
reimagining.
more grunge metalish, or around my fashion sense.
So it's reimagining fashion. Like
Pretty much.
like you're bringing in something, your flavor of fashion.
like the biker or
Yeah.
grunt or
Yeah.
metal or like the more edgier side of fashion.
I guess it's the name of edge, but it's not so edgy anymore. You know, it's far more acceptable.
It's far
And-
more acceptable
And
now. yeah.
before it was like, why are you dressing like that? Now it's like, dang, they're cool for actually doing it. Because there's people who are like, I can't afford it, or there's other people where it's just like, I don't have the confidence to do it. Obviously,
That
that's
used to be me.
Obviously, that's not me.
that used to be me,
Like I have a very clearly defined, simple
Yeah.
fashion style.
which is good. You know, like,
I know
yourself.
it. But there's some people out there who like they see like not idols, but people they would like to dress like, but it's just either their family or they just don't see it in themselves to try it out.
or they do try it out and it just doesn't look good on them, but they think it looks good on them. So you're just there watching.
So you're just like,
You're like-
should I tell them? I don't think I should. They should find it out themselves. But then again, I don't think they should. They will ever find it out
one
themselves.
thing I always tell myself whenever
Yeah.
I see like some cringy people in public is like, teach their own, man. Teach their own.
See,
Let
and that's
them be.
that's the
To each
thing.
their own.
There's that whole thing where it's like let people be, let people dress the way they want to.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in that. But then you come across people where it's like that ain't right.
There was a thing I saw in one of the videos I was watching on YouTube where this
Okay.
dude was browsing like r/cringe and r/sad cringe.
Yeah,
Where it was like a group
your
of
favorite Reddit
those
posts.
are so because it's so funny looking at these people.
Well,
No,
it's
one of
'cause-
my favorites.
It's because the best ones are the ironic ones where they think they're being cool, but it just
The
comes
nice
across as bad.
guys.
Or yeah, I guess.
r/nice guys, dude. I need to do a video on that actually.
Yeah.
Screw the cringe video that I did. I need to do an r/nice guys.
Well,
video.
yeah, probably sure. But it's just like it's that aesthetic where you think what you're doing is great. What you think you're doing is supposed to be grand and amazing, but what it comes across as, not just by the way that you're presenting it, but the execution is not that great. It's I don't know. Just for some people, there's some fashion styles that just don't work. I know I'm not gonna pull off a pink, or I'm not gonna pull off like your.
That's why I haven't really tried it because I don't know. I feel like I could, but at the same time, I feel like I can't.
Because for me, it's like I have to be realistic with the way my body is. I can't replicate your toothpick of a body, so it's not gonna be the exact
you don't want to
same.
wear the fishnet shirt.
Excuse me,
It's
but
like
no.
very see-through.
No, thank you. No, thank you. To each their own. Like I said, my own is a polo shirt or just a long sleeve. But like I said, I feel like for me, I have to recognize what I look like, what I truly look like, and then build up from there. Because I'm not just gonna show up with like camp counselor shorts and a tank
shorts.
top.
Golf shorts and a fucking pink polo.
I'm not gonna look like a camp counselor and
no,
expect to look cool.
even better, even
it's
better.
not my aesthetic.
You better have like your jacket wrapped around up here.
No.
Shit.
I used to know a guy where he was able to pull this off well. He would wear shorts, but like kind of like khaki or that kind of color of tan shorts, and he would look fine. The guy looked like he worked out, and he did. And he would wear constant polos, like short sleeve polos, and sandals. It worked for him. But that's just the way it would pull it off. His body type lend himself to that.
Yeah, there's certain styles that fit certain people.
This is not.
Which
That's
is
not.
what-
That's not it.
Which is what you brought up
Yeah.
one time actually when, no.
Comment says Codes
No.
is in a fishnet shirt or a
No.
mesh one.
No.
Yes, please.
No, but anyways, you mentioned this before when we were like out in public at the Ross and then at Walmart with the other two.
Yeah.
Where the kids would look at me and they're like, "Oh my god, that guy looks cool," and then you looked at me like, "Can you wear something more public appropriate because we don't want more people trying to look like." Because even then, you barely pull out this style. I'm like, yeah.
That was me. That was who? That was someone else. I think it was.
You said.
Oh, yeah, I
You're the
did.
one who told me I barely pull out the style,
Yeah, I think
and
I
then
did.
Jesus agreed with you.
Oh yeah, because it was kind of funny. You were wearing a specific type of outfit that day.
Yeah.
It wasn't your average stuff. I think it was leather jacket, red hair.
No.
Around the time.
That was the Ross.
Okay.
At the Walmart was when I wore my skeleton shirt, the like regular black choker, and then my boots.
See, it's a different world when you can just say regular black choker.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
what isn't regular?
By regular, I mean like the plain black
Yeah,
one.
I know which one you
Not
mean.
the spiked one. That's
But-
why I say regular.
Yeah, it's funny because that's the best moments, going to like a public place with this guy and just some 5-6-year-old looking at him who look exactly what a TikTok personality would look like and be like, "Oh my gosh, I want to look like that guy. Oh my god."
That Ross kid. The funniest thing was that Ross kid.
Yeah.
That was back when I had my red
Yeah,
hair.
he had red
So
hair.
the Ross kid looks at me. He's like, "Oh my god, Dad, I want hair like that. His hair looks cool." And then his dad's like, "Okay, Papa, let's go."
No, he's just like, yeah, well, no, we ignore the degenerate, ignore the goth
It
kid
was
and
so
keep
funny.
walking.
That's because I wasn't even wearing like.
You weren't. It was.
I wasn't
it was,
wearing a choker
It
or
was
anything. I
leather
was-
jacket.
Yeah, that was my
standard-
leather jacket.
I think you were wearing boots and standard black jeans.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like what I was wearing. In
It was.
October.
It was just the hair. It was just
Yeah, it was just the hair. That's the funny thing. And it was so funny because I was in my head. I was thinking, yeah, we don't need any more roosters in the public.
Comments real quick. Omar, I feel like you could pull off a tech wear.
You probably could,
Could.
depending on the style of tech wear. 'cause
I
there's
don't.
different styles.
I don't do hats. I know what I look like with
Hats,
a hat.
no.
I don't look good in hats.
I
It's
think
not
you
my
could
thing.
pull it off just
Not my
without
thing.
not the hat.
Yeah, not the hat. Maybe like those like shirts and
Like
With
the
the pants.
kind of long, like kind of baggy-ish
Yeah,
shirt and
kinda.
the baggy long. Yeah,
probably.
I can see it.
I mean, the only thing I find cool about it is a lot of them are waterproof, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, waterproof, but it doesn't rain down here. so-
And extra pockets.
Oh yeah, exactly. Extra. Can never have enough pockets when you're a guy. And also, I got another comment that says, "Codes, I will pay you to wear that shirt. My uncle has shown me to make some pocket money."
No. I may be desperate for money, but I'm not that desperate.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's like I have a giant job lined up still, so I'm not there
Yes, I am working 2 jobs. I don't need a stripper job.
yet.
Yeah. No. That will not happen.
The best part, I love those. Like I've told you, I love.
God, it looks so red on camera.
You do.
I'm laughing so hard.
I love ironic TikTok. Those jokes where it's like it's not a joke, but because it's not a joke, it's a joke. So I love just those. Huh?
Burger.
Yeah, burger. So just imagine like you saying that on a TikTok is like, I have 2 jobs lined up and I do not need to have a stripper job. ...
Yeah. No, just you in the background like
Yet. Yeah, I love those. Like, or it's like those.
Dude, the gamer versus furries one from back when TikTok first started, that was hilarious.
The what?
There was a whole like thing on TikTok that was gamers versus furries.
I don't remember that.
It was like a trend where like there'd be like a furry video.
Yeah.
Like someone in their first year like making a video, and then somebody, quote unquote gamer dressed like Call of Duty like type of shit.
Yeah.
Which is like you're gonna be like, sir, I got eyes on the target. I got eyes on the target. Or there'd be a video of like a freaking person in a fursuit like twerking toward the camera, like moving their tail and shit. Yeah. And then there would be a soldier dead, like, I'm sorry, I couldn't stop them. I tried. And then they'd just die.
That is stupid.
Or even better. There's supposed to be like a thirst trap where it's like, come over here, lover boy type of thing, but it's a furry doing it.
Yeah.
And then the soldier's like, sir, I couldn't hold them off. Tell my wife I love her. He's being dragged off.
Dang, you were in that TikTok before I got in there.
It was so funny.
Without fail, firefighter / ambulance / police cars.
Someone's dying tonight.
It's because we're on the street where the police station is. We're on the street where the firefighters
We
are.
are where everything is.
No.
We're doxing ourselves today.
Well, no, it's just, the fire station is just down the road. So naturally, when there's an emergency, they have to use this road to get out.
Yeah.
Imagine going by the courthouse. They'll never go around that. They're super late, half an hour late.
Mm-hmm.
But, they have to get out through here. So it's just funny. I think what's even better than that is the train that's like, 1 or 2 a.m. Without fail. It's like we're playing like a Yu-Gi-Oh match or / we're getting ready to sleep and all you hear is...
Or playing Halo. Yeah.
The train's depressed.
That train is very depressed.
Train is very depressed.
But no, yeah, that was a big thing on early TikTok, like when TikTok first started. Mm-hmm. It was that. It was the finger dance stuff that I did as my first ever video on TikTok. That was the only good thing I knew back in the day. I didn't want to do anything. This was in the era where I had my black mask because I was so shy of showing my face online.
I remember that. I remember you
this
showing
was
me those.
That era. Yeah. I look back on those videos and cringe hard. But this was that era. The hit or miss era.
Yeah.
This was around that time. All the stuff was around that time. That audio where it's like... Yeah,
I know what you mean.
One. And then it's like some like words or whatever, like explaining something.
On the topic of trains and TikTok, I like spooky stuff. I like interesting facts about spooky stuff. Kind of like haunted places, stuff like that. But there's this channel that does like disturbing things that happen in kids shows, and he did one where it talks about Thomas the Tank Engine. I was like, what the heck how is Thomas the Tank Engine creepy whatsoever? So it turns out there's this...
Is it the one where like there's a picture or like a video of like Thomas like crawling out of the tank body and it's like a centipede thing?
No. This actually was of the show, like the back in the day, where it's like the little models with the faces and all that, the realistic faces. Yeah. It was this these 2 steam engines, locomotives that I forgot. One of them was called Douglas or something, and so. There's a cart van that also has a face that doesn't like these 2 newcomers, and they're bickering for a while, and so one day one of the new locomotives has to push this same van up a hill or something, and because he gets mad, he pushes so hard that he actually destroys, basically killing this van, this cart. Yeah, it's a cart. It's a cart that you can transport people, I think. He basically ends up destroying it. Well, I guess in this world you killed it. So because they did that, they put a brick wall in front of his entrance. You know where the
That's
trains
just
go.
sad.
The trains go back to sleep, and then in the morning they go out.
That's just sad.
Yeah, they're dark. I mean, so they put up a brick wall, and it's like, because you did this, they put up a brick wall in front of this tank engine. So that was creepy. Well, it's not creepy. It's just sad, like to the point where it's like disturbing. It's like, not only were you so mad and let out your anger so bad, you killed.
It's like the movie Cars when they're in the junkyard.
Yeah. Oh,
Like in that kind of context, you're just surrounded by dead bodies and body parts.
you are.
It's like that is actually disturbing. Imagine
It's just
that
the Cars universe was just weird. I like as a
In
kid,
general.
it's just so easy to ignore everything. As an adult, it's like it's not even like in the opening scenes where it shows the whole environment of the racing track, where it pans to like the restrooms. If like a male car goes to the restroom, are they getting an oil change? Are they
right?
what's going on in there?
Did you catch the flashing joke?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think as an adult, everybody has, and dang, what's wrong with Pixar?
I don't know, man.
And
they
then-
like to make their aunties thick.
Well, I don't know how they tried their best with Sally.
the
You saw that
moms
they
and
tried with
aunties.
Sally.
Oh yeah,
Because she's
the
a
tramp stamp.
she-
The tramp stamp.
and she's a curvy car.
Yeah.
Like she's just naturally a curvy car. So
I did not even realize
Yeah,
the tramp stamp
yeah.
until like a year after I watched the first car.
I never
movie.
understood
I was like,
why Lightning makes a joke out of it and why she gets so embarrassed. And even then, as an adult, someone had to explain to me, "Is like, what's up with that?" It's like, "Oh, it's a tramp stamp." I was like, "Oh,
Oh, no, a year later, when I found out what a tramp stamp was,
Yeah.
because I was corrupted at a young age,
Yeah.
I was like, that's what they meant in cars. I was like my mind was blown.
Sally had a crazy past."
Oh yeah, dude.
And then Fillmore is a pothead.
Oh yeah.
Was basically he's a hippie, but pothead.
He's a pothead, yeah.
And then Sarge.
That's literally the van that a lot of people smoke out.
And
in.
then Sarge is just the veteran. It's I mean,
Yeah.
the rest of the town is pretty basic.
Grizzled veteran,
The
yeah.
rest of the town's pretty basic compared to those two.
What's his name? The
Guido?
purple car. No, the
Oh,
purple
Luigi.
car. The one that always gets like.
I know which one you mean. He gets
Ray
low.
something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, it's Ray. It's Ray something like that. Raymundo. It's not Raymundo. So
Raymond.
Raymond.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. I know the one that
He
gets
was a
low.
stereotype Mexican. Like
He was
very
your stereotype
Latin.
Mexican. He was. Well, he was your resident Latin guy.
Yeah, he was your
And then,
basic
well,
Hollywood Mexican.
Flo was your diner lady. It was like,
Right.
how you doing, chick?
Flo
It's like-
was that sassy black woman at a diner.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
That's all it was.
And Cars is a little messed up. Just like
At least they weren't racist.
if
as
you
far
made,
as I know of.
if you made it this far into the show, please in the comments put Cars is a little messed up. Like just no context, just put in the comments like
In the comment section once
Yeah.
this is edited.
yeah. Once this goes up, it's just like Cars is a little messed up. Yeah, for those who watch
We're gonna
it a
put
week
like
later.
cars as the thumbnail and put cars racist, and it's like a Hitler
No,
thing
no.
on the car.
No, that's uber clickbait. It's not even what we're talking
No,
about.
that
at all.
Volkswagen in like the Spy Cars movie
Oh, do you mean Cars 2?
and Cars 2,
Cars
where
2,
Mater's a
Volkswagen?
spy and shit. The yellow Volkswagen dude.
Yellow.
That's a freaking
Volkswagen.
German.
He's not yellow. He's like teal or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
One
has
of
the
those
monocle.
is-
He has the monocle,
One of
right?
those is yellow. One
Yeah,
of them
he's-
is like a really tan
But
yellow.
he does have a monocle,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
the
that guy.
professor, he's like
the German guy.
Yeah, he's German because professors, and he's basically
Evil
like.
villains need to be either French or German.
Well, I mean, he's just basically the guy from Captain America, the Professor Zola from Captain America. That's basically him.
Ah yes, Stormit.
Ah yes, Natasha Romanoff.
Why are you a car?
Why are you a car? I don't know.
Now you're jumping into the why are you gay?
What? I guess.
But yeah, it's so weird.
Cars.
Don't tell me you knew what the lemon joke was in that.
In Cars 2?
In Cars 2.
I did not understand the lemon joke.
Oh, thank God.
What was up with the lemon joke?
I can't explain it for YouTube purposes, but just don't look up lemon party because it is a very disturbing thing. And the fact that all those cars were like kind of like lemon colored
Yeah.
in that meeting is the lemon party joke. But it's a very terrible one.
I never understood that joke, but I did understand the reference where it's like, oh yeah, these cars are considered lemons because they're not good. They're not good cars. Like their makes and models are just not good. But yeah, just the whole Cars franchise is a little weird
It is
because like
very
it goes
weird.
from
I effed your mom.
because they're meant to be feel good stories, not so much the second one because it's someone decided to give Mater a movie where he's a spy, which I'm not. I feel like if it was a spin-off I would have been okay with, but not as a mainline series. In my mind, it's Cars 1 and then Cars 2 is a spin. Watch Cars 1 and Cars 3 and not miss anything. Just Cars 2 has a world of its own.
I'm not gonna explain this, but you can read it for yourself. It is pretty messed up. Very messed up.
Well, yeah, that is a little messed up.
I'm not looking up what the other two are just because that says the other two are worse.
Did you just say that Finn
The-
McMissile was attractive? Did I just read that?
Yeah.
Finn McMissile. A car. The 007 wannabe as a car was
It's
attractive to you?
It's Carbon.
The actual comment says, are we talking about Cars 2?
Not
Not gonna lie, the British spy car dude was attractive.
I've seen that 100 times because of my brother.
Seen that. Oh,
Cars
so she wasn't. I guess she's been brainwashed
into loving cars.
into loving cars.
Hey man, it's all fun and games until Lightning McQueen f's your mom.
Stupid video.
That's such a funny video though. I
That's
effed your mom.
No, it's like it
why are you
just
so
catches
sad?
you so off guard.
It's like, hey man, why are you sad? Lightning McQueen fucked my mom. Aw, it's okay. Don't you know Lightning McQueen isn't real? Michael, why are you sweating? And it's just Lightning McQueen from like the back of a tree, be like, I fucked your mom, shit lips. It's so funny.
Comedy these days can literally be anything and anything, and it'll be so funny as long as it's like executed right. Just like the stupid bread video. Bread. Like, or like the bread chain where it's like bread. It's so
Dude,
dumb.
what is our mindsets now where comedy is just the simplest shit possible?
Well,
All you gotta do is like just have a video of like a water bottle going here and just put like the ear rape sound like and then put like distort it a little bit and then there's your meme right there. See, he's already laughing. He's already laughing. You just go
well,
edit that in post.
My favorite meme so far has been it's I guess what is a meme where it's an emoji screaming like this and he just gets dusted away, but it sounds the scream is so bad that it just catches
you put
off
that
guard.
in the freaking like trumpet bloopers too. I remember that.
I did,
so
and
funny.
it's glorious. It is absolutely glorious.
Oh my god, what are memes nowadays?
They are nothing and everything because they can mean anything and anything. Jesus literally gets his news from memes.
I know. It's
Right here, look at it. Oh, I didn't put the volume up. Whoops. Give me a sec. Here we go. Ready for this amazingness?
That's all it is.
It's
It's literally all it is.
It's like half a second of like an emoji dying, but I guess being dusted by Thanos. But the audio just makes it perfect. Imagine just like you just see, I don't know, someone just fall off, like just trip, and all you hear is. It's stupid, but I mean, it just catches you off guard. I feel like
or
those are the
someone
best
just
memes.
like falling flat on their face and just.
Ear rape. Shall truly
It's either
never die.
no. The funny thing is, our humor is either very, very simplistic, or it could be the simplest thing possible, or it could be the most complicated thing ever, like the freaking Jeff Bezos video I showed you.
I think as long as you're able to understand it, it's funny. Because that's how simple memes just
Jeffrey Bezos.
That's how simple memes get big. They're not hard to get. But there's some memes where you need kind of like the ones that Jesus says where you need news context to understand what's going on.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the.
Buzz, you missed the truck. We're not aiming for the truck. Oh my god! Terrible. Terrible. I'm ashamed for referencing that joke.
Wonder Pets, run away.
I bet you've seen the compilation of those.
I've seen every single 9/11 joke ever, and it's great. I'm going to hell.
Cody.
I used to laugh at freaking Holocaust jokes, man.
I'm
going to hell.
Dude, in high school, it wasn't common to walk into like a high school classroom and just hear someone say, "Hey, you want to hear a dead baby joke?" Stupid. Sadly funny. Like, it was terrible. Like, honestly terrible.
There's a meme on TikTok where it's this like vegan dude saying, if you eat animals and you think eating animals is right, you're just as bad as the Nazis. And then somebody would stitch it and be like in Call of Duty like outfit, and then they'd aim their like airsoft gun at the ceiling. They're like, and they would just say, "Such animals are in the attic," and it's so funny. I've seen so many of those where it's just like, you're just as bad as Nazis, if not worse. The animals are in the attic. It's so terrible.
That's the thing with TikTok. If you allow,
I'm on mentally ill TikTok.
If you allow yourself to be stitched or what's it called, duetted, you're just opening the door for people to do their takes.
The crap out of you.
Or even then, they could just reference the video and know what's going on. Because I mean, I've seen the most relevant argument.
You can just screen record the video.
Yeah. Or the most wholeheartedly attempts to make a difference, whether it be verbally or something. You're trying to do a good thing, or you're trying to voice your opinion, but it can be so easily deconstructed in a platform full of idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what TikTok is.
Very, very like
serious,
and then it'll just be memed.
Yeah,
they'll just put emotional damage right after it.
Emotional damage.
Or bing bong.
Bing bong.
Fuck your life, bing bong. What you want to tell Joe Biden right now? Sup, baby? Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo. That audio is just chaotic as hell, but it's everywhere. No, recently there's an Elmo audio. I forgot how it goes, but it's a freaking Elmo audio.
Why would there be an Elmo audio?
Because I'm on mentally ill TikTok. That's literally what we call it. We call it mentally ill TikTok.
I would just stick on my.
And then they mashed. The funniest thing ever is they mashed the "fuck your life" Bing Bong audio with the Elmo audio over Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up," and it's the stupidest shit ever.
You know what? You can stay on your mentally ill side.
Exactly. It's so weird.
Will peacefully dabble on video games,
and
Yu-Gi-Oh, anime,
and
TikTok content where it's just very chill.
7 foot frame.
Sometimes
Soul on his back.
Sometimes spoilers for movies that you haven't seen yet that don't go away until after you've seen the movie.
Oh, you want to talk about that now?
We can end it off with this. I just want to complain for like a couple minutes.
Let loose.
I just want I'm not mad. I'm a little
loose.
bit. I'm just a little mad
Let loose.
that like since No Way Home came out like last week, I was avoiding every spoiler possible, and I did get slightly spoiled, but even then I kept seeing spoilers till like the day of that we went to go see the movie, like online, like people talking about it, which is, people want to talk about it. Nothing wrong in that. Some people would warn you. A lot of the posts that I saw would warn me and be like, "Cool, thank you for warning me." There's other ones that would just post the pictures outright, which kind of pissed me off. But everything stopped after we watched the movie. Now when I go on TikTok, now when I go on the Facebook, now when I go on literally anywhere, I see nothing. Absolutely nothing. No one's talking about the movie, and if they do, they're talking about parts that, mean nothing, or they're trying to meme it to the point where it's like means nothing.
What's funny is that I used to like skip through all the spoilers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then now after I've watched it, I get a lot more spoilers, so I can just literally like look at this and be like, yeah, this is freaking awesome.
Have fun. It's a great movie. You're going to enjoy it. It's really good. Have fun. But
also, that scene.
What scene?
That scene.
What scene?
The one in the YouTube video that you said was not going to complain, or that was not going to say spoilers. So for context, he wanted to watch a breakdown of the Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
And
the last episode of Hawkeye.
And in there, he was like, they're probably going to give us like a skip to this part if you don't want to be spoiled for No Way Home. And I was like, You know, fine. I'll I'm okay with you watching it.
Because I'm playing
The
it in
first
the car.
few seconds, I get spoiled for one of my favorite freaking things. I was like, God damn it! He's like,
I am sorry. So, and then the best part is, like, for the rest of the video, there was no.
that was the only spoiler. That entire thing.
And it was the first thing in the video. I thought he would save it for the end. I didn't think he would just do it outright.
He did it outright.
Just,
But all I will say, I told him, like, after we watched No Way Home when we were eating at a fucking Denny's, I told him, honestly, be glad he spoiled it for me, because if you hadn't spoiled it for me, I would have been a lot louder in that scene. And I was already, like, shaking the entire freaking row of seats and, like, screaming my head off at the movie.
well, you know, that silent scream where you can feel this man just shaking the whole row, like,
Yeah.
like,
It was great. I loved it.
it was a great movie. Yeah. Everything about it was cool. I'm trying to avoid certain words, so I don't say anything.
Yeah,
bad.
we're
The
trying
point
not
is,
to
go
spoil.
watch it. We're
Not spoiling type
but
of people.
basically, I'm just mad that every spoiler went away as soon as I watched it, which,
That was
you know,
funny.
I wouldn't care as much hadn't been the fact that I got so many attempts to get it spoiled.
Mhm.
Not just online, but, you know, people around me naturally wanting to talk about it. I tried my best, and you can't escape it. I didn't escape it. Things were already spoiled for me, but I just didn't want to talk about it. And I tried to focus my mind on wanting to go see it and enjoying it for what it was, which I did. It was great.
was
I'm just
amazing.
mad that everything ended after I saw it. But yeah.
It doesn't all. Actually, I don't think it ended completely because I share spoilers on Facebook.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
Well, there's days where I don't get on my phone because as soon as I get up till the time I'm back home, I'm not on my phone. I'm at work. I'm at rehearsal. I'm just not on my phone.
Ah.
And
Because I've been sharing a lot of spoilers on Facebook just
Yeah.
because I stopped caring.
well, I only really go on Facebook to like check on the pages
'Cause
for rehearsal and stuff.
From
time
what
and
I've
stuff
seen,
like that.
literally everybody I follow has seen the movie already. Or like everybody I'm friends with has seen the movie, so I can share it and I won't care.
Yeah, it's good movie. I'm excited for what comes next.
Oh, yeah.
Little sad, but I'm excited for what comes next.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's something that I want to talk to you about after we end it because it is a spoiler.
it's fine.
And then I still need to show you what I was going to show you like in the beginning.
So, Cody, we learned today that your family, well, maybe abnormal to me. It's interesting, but it may be more common than what we think, since for me, family gatherings are just odd.
With family, it's 50-50. You
It's
get one that you
50-50.
can tolerate. Yeah, no, it's 33.
Yeah.
You can either get one you can tolerate, get a really shit family, or get the perfect family. It's one
Or
of those three.
you just make a friend's Christmas and just force your friend to play Doki Literature Club and have her freak out.
Have her manifest what happened,
Yeah.
and then just never let her live it down.
Yeah, we
We
had
know you're watching. That was funny.
that was the best part when she's like, she's clearly going for Yuri, and then like Sayori gets in the way and she's joking around like, "Oh, go hang yourself" or whatever. And we're playing, like, three of us are playing Yu-Gi-Oh behind her, watching her, just waiting for that moment. And so there's like moments where we
recorded it. We need to.
I
edit that.
did. And so there's spots where we think she's actually gonna get to that moment where we're like, "Oh, dang it." And so we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. We're playing a three-way duel.
We're
Like,
just having, a three-way with Yu-Gi-Oh,
shut up. And so we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh like on the floor behind her because she's using my computer to play Doki. And so she finally gets to that scene where you, as the main character, visit Sayori after you leave the literature club early because she's not there and you're worried about her after receiving a little more hints about her depression and stuff like that. And so we're just like, we're reading, all three of us have been reading poems. The poems that you read of the three characters, we've been reading them in unison as to creep her out and make it funny.
Because we call ourselves the Pumpkin
But
Cult.
we can explain that story some other time.
Another time.
But basically, we've been trying to make it as funny as possible for her, or creepy, because we're trying to read this all in unison, and we're reading the text as she's about to open the door and witness what happens. And so as she opens the door, she freaks out, and it's great. And the first thing she says, "I didn't mean it. I was joking.
No, I didn't mean it. I was joking." And she's just freaking out, and we're all like, all three of us are like, "Yeah,
you
let's go."
caused," because we were like, "You caused it," because she said like 5 minutes prior to like because during the game you have to talk to each one about like their poems or stuff like that, or just have interactions. At the very least, you're supposed to have one interaction with them like daily at least. And so at some point, I forgot what Sayori says, but she's just like, get away, go hang yourself or something.
Yeah.
Jokingly, obviously,
It's
jokingly.
so funny.
But it basically happened. It did happen. In the game, it happens where Sayori just like she exits herself off of the game.
It's so
and it's
funny.
undoable because as soon
Yeah.
as it's over, you restart the game and Sayori's nowhere to be found.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Oh,
as soon as
great.
like
It's
it shows the
great.
body, as soon as it
It's
showed the
great.
body, he was like, "Oh!" And then me and our other friend were like, "Oh, let's go!" And then he started saying, "You manifest," and then me and the other dude just jumped in like, "It's your fault! How
And
could you?"
And she's just sitting there like, no,
I didn't. What? Even later that day at the Denny's, we never
Yeah.
let her live it down. It was so funny.
because we went to, that was our Christmas gift, our collective Christmas gift, going to watch No Way Home together.
Yeah.
And so even after we go out to eat, it's like we're still teasing her about it because it was a great moment.
It's so funny.
still has to finish the
still
rest
like,
of the game.
"Shut up! Stop!"
Yeah, it's great because she caused it. But
I can't wait to record the other moments. The
Yeah.
other moments.
yeah, so
Because she's still watching.
yeah,
There's other
There you go.
moments.
so you have a tolerable family.
Yes.
You have a tolerable family.
Tolerable.
Not every fashion sense should be used by everyone.
Oh God, no.
Not
dude.
every fashion sense to be used by everyone. And the biggest thing you should know from today is cars is a little weird.
Yes.
Cars is a little weird.
Cars is a little. I'm gonna Photoshop your face onto a car.
Cars is a little why?
That's
just
the
like
thumbnail.
the Omar enchilada.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be your eyes as Lightning McQueen's eyes and your mouth as Lightning McQueen's mouth.
Just put me saying burger.
Burger. Yeah, just you saying burger. And then me, somewhere with the other me that we talked about. No, me like dressed in the cringiest way possible in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm just gonna grab a picture of somebody cringy online and then put my face on it. That's gonna be the thumbnail. Perfect.
Nice. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the CodeO-cast. We're glad to be back. We took our break. We feel refreshed, and it's nice to be here with my co-host for a single episode. It's a little weird, but it's doing the duo dynamic. It's how we started the show, and that's how we're starting it again. But thank you so much for watching. Go subscribe to
Also,
our.
if you guys want, we can make merch. No, we're not gonna make merch.
Excuse me. Watch your words, sir.
We're not gonna make merch.
Watch your words, sir. If maybe one day you would
Maybe one day if you guys like it, because I can design it.
If you would like us for us to make
Actually,
merch,
The thing is, because
go follow us.
I've designed ideas for merch in the past because I kind of really want to do it one day when we're big enough.
One day.
One day.
We don't
like,
have
I've
the
designed
means to do that.
CodeO-cast merch. I've designed merch for our Dig channel. I've designed merch for like both of these channels before, which I would like to do one day when we're big enough, but just not right now because we're not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not.
We do
there.
not have the facilities for that one, big man.
No. but yeah, if you would like for that to be a reality, though, make sure you're sharing these episodes with your friends, your grandma, even that one relative that you can't tolerate.
Because Lord knows the worst thing you can do to somebody is show them our videos.
They're gonna love them. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the CodeO-cast. Make sure to go and subscribe to the Dig channel. Make sure to go subscribe to the CodeO-cast. And if you're watching this live, make sure you tune in next week. And if you're watching it after it's edited, put down in the comments that Cars is a little weird. You know what to do. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Dude.
Boop.
The CIA uses our videos to torture terrorists.
What?
The CIA just uses like our videos as torture for terrorists. And that's
The-
what makes them all talk.
The intro is just
Like,
it's
God,
just,
shut up.
just Omar's voice over and over. Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast. And they're just
It's-
like, no,
Stop! No! It's that compilation you did for the live stream.
yeah.
It's just that over and over and over again.
Hey guys, welcome back to the next exciting episode of the CodeO-cast. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast.
Hey guys, welcome to the Kumo-cast. Like, shut up, stop! I'll tell you what you want. I'll tell you where Osama bin Laden is.
Excuse me?
He's dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Obama
whoa.
killed him. himself.
What are
Obama
some like?
literally dropped in with a fucking AK and then shot him dead.
Cause I know. I mean that's the intro, but I'm the one that says it every time. It's like, hey guys, welcome to an exciting episode of the CodeO-cast. But it's my trademark.
Yeah.
It's how we start every show.
Yeah.
Because
You're the intro boy.
Yeah. What is something you say constantly, like in the show?
Fuck.
I mean, yeah, but it has to be bleeped at least at the beginning of the show. I at least do it at the very.
I always
at first
do the
10.
wink at the end. And
Yeah, I know you always
like,
do the wink at the end.
Yeah, that's my thing. But what is something I say?
Yeah.
I need to rewatch all the videos.
You go find it. You go
I'll
find it. Bye.
We're all gonna have our freaking like catchphrases on a shirt one day.
One day.
We'll
see.
see with the intro.
It's just gonna be long.
then, like,
Like,
a bunch of
hey,
your
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the next segment of One of the Ghosts.
And then it's gonna be like your pog face just all right here on the like different like faces all on the sleeve.
Nah, it's just gonna be like that. You know where it says, "I have brought peace, freedom," but it's all abbreviated with the. It's like abbreviated in the where it's like, "I have brought peace," like IHP, like that. It's gonna be like, "Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast," which is gonna be like HGW.